Okay, so libitso la ka ke Nzimeni, but most people bampitsa ka Johnny ka Sefane. Apparently Johnny is feta Nzimeni, so bale bala Nzimeni ba hopola Johnny. But then whichever one, it's fine. This is probably my not probably. This is my first serious YouTube video, and I've decided to bue ka depression. I don't want us to go through a lecture of what depression is all about. No? I want us to talk specifically about depression that is caused by black text. Yeah. Black text can cause depression, black child. Black text can cause depression. I'm talking about this after Kibale the story about the sudden passing ya Tamisha Bete. And I saw it fit and I saw it necessary that we have this conversation. I know this conversation, most people don't want to have it because at some point it makes them feel like they are now feel like they are better. They are now feel like they don't need other people. They now feel like other people are suddenly a burden. That's because they started working. A burden. English is not my mother tongue, guys. So you're gonna hear a lot of funny pronunciations here. So as long as you understand what I'm saying, that's what is important. A burden doesn't matter anyways. The show goes on. Yeah, so I want us to talk about depression as a result of black text. This as I said is a conversation that most people don't want to have. It's a conversation that most people feel like it's pointless to have, because whether you have the conversation, whether you don't have the conversation, the issue is going to continue. But we need to have this conversation. Okay, before I continue, I've had this conversation briefly with some people, but then we didn't have like the formal conversation about it, just having the conversation in person just to get the views of other people, what they think black text is all about, and do they think that black text can cause depression. And people were very defensive to the use of the word black text. They say, you're not supposed to use black text. You should see it as assisting. You should see it as Ubuntu. You should see it as giving back. But as much as we want to sugarcoat the word, black text means sharing your salary with other people and making sure that everyone is taken care of, making sure that everyone is happy before you come to yourself. That's what Google said. So as much as we want to sugarcoat black text, we cannot. Black text is black text. So I want us to not look only at the negatives of black text. We can also look at the positives of it. But for the sake of this video, I want us to talk about depression as a result of black text. Do you understand? So basically what I'm trying to say is that I'm going to talk from a little bit from experience, and I'm also going to use some references from other people as well. So as I've already mentioned, Tamisha Bede passed on as a result of depression that is caused by black text. We're not saying it was wrong of him to take care of his family. So, we live in the world where we have to correct our parents' mistakes. We live in the world, or we live in the era where our parents live their lives through us. We live in the era where our parents correct their mistakes through us. We live in the world that our lives don't matter anymore. That's the hard reality. That's the hard truth. That's the sad truth. So basically what I'm trying to say is that We know, especially as black people, because we are the ones who are mostly associated with black tax, because most of us comes from financially struggling backgrounds, and we cannot avoid black tax. As much as we want to not entertain black tax, we have to go through it. And black tax is not only a result of your siblings, your parents, or whoever giving you all their responsibility. We also partly put ourselves through depression as a result, through depression. So basically what happens is that, mostly Rona, black people, or I don't want to sound racist or something, but this black tax thing is mostly related to us because it does not really affect white people a lot because they are well taken care of. But as I'm saying, not all of them, but some of them. But what I'm trying to say is that like the black people, especially black kids that come from financially struggling backgrounds, né? We come from a 4-roomed RTP houses. You understand that your parents are not working and they went through the most to take you to school, to make sure that you go to bed with something in your stomach. And we feel obligated in a way because once we start, we pass our matric and then we start making plans. Okay, once I finish varsity, I'm going to get a good paying job, a job that's good paying job that is good pay. Then after guys. Now I'm talking about a very serious matter here. So anyways, life goes on. I digress. Hey, so we feel like obligated, especially if our parents went through the most to get us through varsity, to get us through all these things. We feel like we need in a way to support them, and we take all this responsibility. Like mama, once ke qala ke sebetsa ke tlo ahela ntlo, once ke qala sebetsa ke tlo isa ngwana ona sekolong, once ke qala. We already giving our parents expectations. Our parents, they already get that expectations, and they're going to remind you the moment you start working and you don't do as you said, they're going to remind you. Trust me, you're going to feel like they're giving you responsibilities, but forgetting who like during your hands let's say ya ho ruteha, ya ho fumana qualification ya hao, ya ho fumana mosebetsi o itoro tsa hao, you made those statements or those promises. Hore, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. So your parents, they already take that. They make it bona. They already make it a reality. They make it reality. Next. The moment you start working, next, because you said you're going to do that. So you said you're going to do it. So people fall into depression. Ne? So what I'm trying to say out of this video, especially those who are still in high school, those who are still at varsity, refrain from making promises, refrain from taking responsibilities that are not yours. Let me tell you one thing about black tax. Ne? Most people, for example, you were born in the Free State, in Bloemfontein. You were born in Bloemfontein. You went to school in Bloemfontein. Your parents are from Bloemfontein. Your family is in Bloemfontein, right? You make all these promises, Udula Forum housing and everything. You study in Bloemfontein, everything is fine. You get a qualification, you get a job in Joburg. When you get to Joburg, let me tell you, you're going to pay rent. You're going to pay bills. Basically, let me just say bills. You're going to start paying bills for yourself. And also, you have to also pay bills at home. Now, you're taking care of 2 households. Bear in mind, you are starting up. You're not earning a lot. You are starting up. You're not earning a lot. But already, you have responsibilities of taking care of your family and of yourselves. You have to bath, you have to do all these things. Let me tell you what happens. You said you're gonna build them a house. It's going to haunt you. You understand? Because you made that promise, and for Bona, the moment you don't do that, they're going to remind you. And you're not working in depression, hore. But mama wa bona, hore, I'm trying, but mama wa bona, cause my life is not going as it's supposed to be. But my mother can see this is happening, but my mother does not understand. But my mother this, my mother this. Don't forget you made a promise. And when you make a promise, you have to live up to that. You have to make it happen. So for those who are still at high school, those who are still at varsity, I'm going to, if you are looking at this video and you're listening to this video, please refrain from making those promises. And I'm not saying don't take care of your families, but please don't take responsibilities that are not supposed to be yours. You can help where you can. And we also, I feel like it is also about time that we sit our parents down. Understand? So our parents don't understand. I don't want to lie. We cannot blame our parents for putting us through what they put us through. Understand? Because our parents don't understand. It is upon us that we sit them down. Like, mama, I know, like, I promised you this and this and this and this. But as it stands, this is my financial standing. You don't need to tell them how much you earn, but you can tell them, based on my financial standings at the moment, I won't be able to accomplish this and this and this and this now. Please give me time to plan. Please give me time to do certain stuff. And Hakile Sharpo, I'm going to do you right. You understand? When everything in Zamela Sharp, I'm also going to do you right. You understand? At least that way, you are preparing your parent. Okay, my child told me, at the moment, but haba sharp o tlo gona ho nyetsetsa o sontso meile hantle. Understand? So le yena ha tlo ba le di high expectations ka salary ya hao. And also refrain from taking responsibilities like paying school fees. Refrain from taking such responsibilities. Assist where you can, because once I'm gonna pay school fees, it's an obligation. Paying school fees can make or break someone's future, because if you don't pay, they're not gonna go to school, and if you pay, they're gonna go to school. So it's a huge responsibility. So only make such commitments when you are sure that you can live up to them. But then, all in all, guys, I want us to look at black text in a way. Let us learn from it. Let us learn from people who went through this journey. Let us learn from people who, people like Tami Shobedo, may his soul rest in peace. He passed on due to depression resulted in black text. So let us not allow his death to go in vain. Let us learn from his life. He was going through the most. He was drowning. He couldn't say a word. He hid his pain behind his smile, and not having someone who can see through your smile, it's very, very dangerous. It's very, very painful. So you end up giving in and dying. So basically, guys, what I'm trying to say, let us engage on this matter. What do you think about black? What do you think about black taxi? What do you think, or how are we supposed to tackle this issue? How do you think it will be the better way or the best way to sit down our parents and take them through this depression? Because we are dying, guys. We are dying, especially this generation, first generation student. Like, if you are the first child in your family to go to varsity, to graduate and to get a nice job, so now that everyone feels like you have to take care of everyone in the family, so we are really, really dying. So let us engage on this matter. I know it's a very sensitive topic. Once we start having this conversation, now jwale o sa aqala a sebetsa, he's wa bona hore school fees like a se spatali, and nna gale ke etsa ing ke misa sekolong, so no jena it's his turn we have these conversations of black text. They're going to say that, but be prepared for that. It's okay to disappoint people. It's okay to also be disappointed. It's okay, you understand, or not to live up after the promises that you've made already. It's okay, guys. It's okay, because we are dying. We are dying because we don't want to open up, and we feel like if we open up, we are basically what we are. I don't know, like it's like we don't want to help. It's not that that's it. That is not the case. We want to help, but we cannot take responsibility for everything. We cannot do that because black tax is dangerous. People are dying because of black tax. So let me, what you think about this topic. I speak under correction. What I'm saying here, guys, is not 100% how it should be. And what I'm saying is that let us help each other. Let us engage. Let us talk about it. Tell me what you think. Tell me how we should deal with depression. And perhaps you can leave the questions that you have based on this topic on the comment section. And then let us engage on it. Let us help each other. Let us teach each other. Let us give each other advices. Let us help each other. We need each other, guys, especially if you just started working, and at least if you just started working and you are the first person in your family to get a good paying job. We need to have this conversation because it's rough. So yeah, let me hear what you think about this topic. So till next time, have yourself a good evening, because it's evening now. No, it's around 5. It's around 5. So it's afternoon or close to evening. So now it's really school. So obviously that. So guys, yeah, tell me what you think. Cheers.